Let's take a look at Custo Tabular Operators, and I really want you to pay attention to this one because this is where all the power of KQL happens. So these perform comparisons against a bunch of rows. That's why it's called Tabular Operators. And there's a lot of them, and we're going to look at the most common ones because it would take me forever to go through all of them, and you're not going to remember them all. So let's just look at the ones we actually care about working with. So the first is count. This returns the count of rows in the table. Then you have take. This returns up to a specified number of rows of data. You have sort. This will take the rows of the input into the order by one or more columns. So you see by damage property descending. So it's just sort. Then you have project, returns a specific set of columns, and where filter a table to subset of rows that satisfy a predicate. Before we move on to the next slide, I just want to point out, like if you've worked with SQL, these are very familiar, right? Like take is like limit, sort is like order by, project is like select, okay? Moving on to the next one here, we have top returns the first n records sorted by specified columns. This is kind of like a shorthand. I think it like makes take and sort and just abbreviates it to one line. You have extend, creates a new column by computing a value. So notice that it says duration equals end time minus start time, and then we're using duration somewhere else. Then you have summarize, aggregate groups of rows. That's kind of like group by in regular SQL. And then render, so renders results as a graphical output. And to me, that's a really cool one.